Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to a special Grounded news video today. If you don't know, it was the 3-year anniversary of Grounded on Casually Grounded. I got invited amongst a bunch of the biggest and best creators across Twitch and YouTube to take part in an obby course. And as it started, Eric let that there was going to be some big news towards the end of the stream and we should stick around and wait for it. So what that big news is, well, I'm not going to mess around do anything else or show you the obby and stuff. I didn't win. I was trying to get top 5, but I didn't win. It was a great event. Loads of creators were there. Fantastic. Go and watch the vlog, and obviously I live streamed it anyway. The big news is though that Grounded's next big update won't be here until the end of the year. Now, sometimes I can be known for being a bit critical, and sometimes I might say that some updates need to arrive quicker than others. But actually, I really appreciate them letting us know and letting us have expectations. By the sounds of it, it's going to be the biggest update Grounded has ever had. They're working on it, they're getting their time right for it, and just like I kind of hypothesized the other day, that it does seem like it's going to be a big one. Like they're going to possibly be adding some of the stuff we've seen cut, redone, or even bigger and better ideas. So I'm going to cut to the clip, exactly what Eric said, so no confusion. Then I'll give you some more thoughts about it as well.
For the rest of you who are excited to hear about news for Grounded, I want to get the first one out of the way. Well, first of all, thank you so much for sticking with us for these 3 incredible years. Team are still love the game, love the community. We couldn't be here without you all. For those who, right off the bat, there will be no update today. We are actually working on a much bigger update that requires a lot more time that we're hoping to release by the end of the year. And we are looking to release information and news on this next update in this fall. So there you go.
Cue some dickhead YouTubers and a lot of angry nerds out there going, "Where's my update? I want to play my update. This game is dead." Shut up. Listen, don't get me wrong. I would love content to keep coming more regularly because obviously I rely on it a lot for views. But you know what? I am totally down for them to take their time and make sure that they're getting more content put into it and having it as big one. I said to you guys the other day, I thought that the most recent update was pretty large. Like the super duper update, when you include the infected broodmother, which was meant to be part of it, that was a big update. There was so many changes to that, improvements to the building, new tier stuff, new decorations, bosses, new biome. So the next one, if it's going to be celebrating something like their 1-year anniversary and stuff, then obviously it's got to be big. Now, that said, it does sound like it's not going to be arriving probably in September even. We might get news, I reckon, in September. So I reckon we'll probably get a tease, some sort of talking, some sort of previews, and that would be a great idea as well. We don't need to have everything super surprised now. The game's been 1.0. It'd be nice to see a bit teasing and a bit kind of previewing of stuff, maybe in September. And I reckon it will probably arrive in October or November. They did say towards the end of the year. No pressure. If it ends up being December, that's what it is. Don't get me wrong. I totally understand some people are going to be disappointed. You can be disappointed. You can be maybe a little bit grumpy that your favourite game isn't going to have as much content in the next couple months. That's okay. And I was surprised we didn't even get anything to sort of celebrate at least early access or the tease like with the fireworks and stuff. But they've delivered so many times with so many updates over the years. Like early access was one of the best that I've seen in other games. And I'm not just hyping up for the fun of it. Like you can go and check my other channel. I've played every early access survival game going. Like I know good early access. I know bad early access. And Grounded pretty much hit it spot on. Some of the most popular and biggest games going like Valheim, they're struggling to get a big update out every year. They've had like a mini one coming out soon with some new bosses, but it's sort of every 6 to 7 months or maybe every 8 to 9 months that they've got massive expansions. So Grounded has always done better than that with early access, and coming out of early access they had content. So yeah, I am obviously, like I said, disappointed. There's not going to be as much content covered in the next couple of months, but that just means I've got to get creative. It gives me time to do stuff that I've always wanted to do, more 100 days content, more creature features, just a whole bunch of stuff. In September, Grounded's going to be going even more turbo because games with gold is turning into Xbox Core, and that means that it's going to be given away as part of that, as part of 25 games to anyone that's got Xbox Gold. So even if you haven't got Games Pass, for players that have never tried Grounded, they'll pretty much have it there because millions of people somehow still have games with gold but not actually Games Pass. Anyway, that's the side. Like I said, I do understand people are going to be a little bit upset that we're maybe not seeing an update now, or probably not even in September. But I can live with that, knowing that they're working on potentially the biggest update yet. That's my words, their words were, it's just a big update, they're going to need more time. That fills me with all sorts of ideas about what it could be. It could be the lizard, it could be the queen, it could be the shed. What if it is the freaking inside of the house? These things take time. They can't just release bugs. Like I've seen a few comments saying release this, release that. But obviously things need to be balanced and changed. They can't just be making the yard wholesale change anymore because it is 1.0 and they can't mess around with the story too much. So new areas have to kind of be segregated, in my opinion, from the main yards, like it was with the Brony Box. So that does open it up to being some places like the shed or the house or maybe other yards like I mentioned in the past. They've spoke a bunch of times in Q&As with the devs, the lead devs, talking about stuff they want to add. So imagine if this update has got everything we've kind of always wanted or suggested, could be an idea. Not guaranteeing, but some of the ideas that they've kind of talked about is having accessory slots. So you'd have an accessory slot for all your accessories, not taking up your room in your actual bag. Possibilities of maybe fast travel. Like I said, all the creatures like the earwigs as well as the silverfish. Maybe a lot of that's just been jettisoned. They're going to be doing brand new stuff. We know as well they were talking about having more defenses. That was something that Adam spoke about when they introduced, I do believe, the update just after 1.0. And they were saying that they're looking for feedback about more stuff to do with that. So it could be interesting. It could be really interesting. Given more time, instead of trying to rush things out every 3 months, every 3.5 months, I think this next update is going to be amazing. And I think it's going to be big enough. And I don't mind waiting. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section. How much have you enjoyed Grounded in the past? How much have you been looking forward to updates? Are you happy we just know we're getting one at least? And we know again that they're supporting. They've never said they're not. But we know there's agendas going on where some people want to say they're not supporting the game. Well, clearly they are. They're working on something big. I reckon, like I said, it will be September. We'll get some teas. And then it will be some sort of release in obviously October and November. I can't see them doing it December because they're going to have some time off and stuff, and they probably don't want to be launching a big update just before Christmas, especially if it is going to be a massive one. And now I'll tell you, I didn't win, my hoodie. I was kind of upset, I ain't going to lie. I want a hoodie, man. I want to win. I just want to win something, a mug, anything. There were some fantastic creators taking part in this, so big shout out to Grounded for inviting me. And I do believe, I think I can say it properly now, again, that we're going to be live next week showing them our obby build. Me and the obby boys that built the parkour map will be back on Casually Grounded next week as well. So I also appreciate that they did let us know as well. That is something I've said before. Like, it's nice to have a roadmap or something. And although they're not early access, they don't have to have roadmaps. Just being clear with people when to expect content is kind of like, it's a good move. It is a really good move. Yeah, people will be disappointed. But it is a good move to let people's expectations not run riot. And it means you won't see as many clickbait videos from me. So there we go, folks. Let me know. As always, the minute we get any news about updates, I'll be the first to tell you guys. Got so much more still to come with Grounded. It's not a dead game by any means. There's so much you can do with the stuff they've added, the creativity, building mini games like these, and collabs as well. I look forward to doing more like that with other people as well. So until next time, I'll catch you later.